and I've seen some shocking, absolute shocking scenes today. Um, in my lifetime, I've seen National Front marches. Um, in the days of when they were out in their thousands, and the police were there, the police were policing. I've seen many, many protests about many different things, and the police did their jobs correctly. Unfortunately, it's no longer that way. And we as a people have to understand now that we are literally fighting for the survival of this country. What I witnessed earlier today, I'm kind of speechless about. I still can't believe it. It was kind of yeah, it was kind of right. So if you're carrying a Union Jack or a St. George's flag, or a Welsh flag, or a Scottish flag, well, be very careful, because the police will be dressed in riot gear and the police will attack you. I witnessed it for myself. I witnessed this two-tier policing that we have heard about for so very long. And I couldn't believe what I was watching. People who were pro-Palestinian or pro-Hamas, literally get the softly approach, and all the aggression, all the police aggression, all the it goes to the people carrying the Union Jacks, all shouting, "I'm England till I die, I'm England till I die." And the thing that seemed to wind the police up the most was, "You're not English anymore." That seemed to really get at them when that was chanted at them. But it's only words, We've had to hear about, over the last 4 weeks, people chanting that they want an intifada, people saying they want a jihad. We've had to see police getting assaulted. We've seen a lot in the last 4 weeks. But what I witnessed today is a country that, if something isn't done, is going to be lost. We will lose everything. Just everything. Some of Oliver's army came out today, and I was proud to see them. And they did make their presence felt. Nothing shameful about that. It's not illegal. All they did was, chant that they were English till they die, and wave flags about just like the other lot. But, I'm just in shock about what I've had to witness. The absolute arrogance of the police force, the absolute, literally did not care about the pro-Palestine marches. They were just anyone who remotely looked like they belonged to anything to do with Britain, England, and what does this fucking computer keep going on? The police were there. The police were there in their riot gear. The police were being aggressive and nasty to people who were singing Rule Britannia. I mean, when did all these things become so illegal? Why is somebody saying he's English till he dies so upsetting for the police? And why do the police find it upsetting when you get a lot of football lads singing or chanting, sorry, wrong word, chanting, "You're not English anymore." Why are they getting upset? Are they not trained to take any abuse thrown at them verbally? Are they not trained to do that? I think they are. They're meant to go off, get trained, in certain situations and not respond. I don't think they get trained in allowing fights to break out. That's obviously on the orders of the ones up above them. But I literally witnessed police standing back, allowing fights to break out between Palestine protesters and the British guys. The police were standing back until they thought that the Patriots, let's call them Patriots, till they thought that the Patriots were maybe getting the better of the other lot. Then they came in with their batons and their helmets and their ferocity. Yeah. Ferocity is the right word for it. On the 11th of the 11th. I mean, this has been a build-up, as we all know, for 5 weeks, right? And today was the first taste that the police got of the anger that is in this country by ordinary men and women of this country. And they don't like it. They don't like it at all, and they will use any means necessary to shut the Patriots down. Just shut them down completely. They don't want them on the streets. They'd rather have somebody chanting jihad, 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 than someone saying that they're English till they die, or Rule Britannia. I did giggle, I have to admit, I did giggle when about a group of, I think it was 20 lads, was just standing outside this pub, and the police was on the other side of the road. And they were just chanting, "You're not English anymore. You're not English anymore." And it really seemed to rattle the police. I mean, we've had to listen from the river to the sea, from the river to the sea. And the police, kindly nod along with them, nodding donkeys. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But you get 20 lads. There was only about 20 of them at this one pub. Decided to start singing that. And the police became very aggressive, like in robot mode. I have to say that from my standpoint, it was actually quite kind of funny watching these 20 lads wind up all these police by just singing, "You're not English anymore." Unbelievable that the police can be, agitated by that kind of thing. They should rise above it, really, shouldn't they, when you think about it? I mean, these are football lads. They're well known for chanting. They chant at football grounds every week. If there's one thing they're good at, it's chanting. And it's also, if there's one thing they're good at, it's fighting. Now, a lot of people may say that, they shouldn't have gone down there. But when you think about it, there wasn't that much trouble, was there? The problem is that it's the way the media portray it. That's the problem. And the way the police differently for anyone who resembles a patriot whatsoever. And it's not a joke, right? It's not oh, they've clipped that and made that up. No. I've seen it for myself now. And, the police really need to go back and retrain themselves on how to police the British streets of this country like they are actually British themselves. Because what I saw today, it does not. No. My daughter got caught up in Reading. She'd been somewhere else and she was coming out of Reading and heading for the train station. And what did she find? Hundreds of protesters coming down the road. And the way she had to go straight through them. But I give her a due. That's exactly what she did do. She walked straight through them. She rang her brother. He was on the phone to her. And she had no fear. And the reason she had no fear was because near the train station, she could see some patriots. So she was heading straight towards them. And when she got there, she was asked if she was okay. She was asked if she wanted help to get to the train or whatever. The patriots really looked after her. But she was fine because as long as she could see them, she knew that no harm would come to her. And it didn't. So don't expect me ever, right, to say the police in this country are good, because they're not. They're bad. If it hadn't been for patriots being at Reading today, I don't know what might have happened to my daughter. Because it was those patriots at Reading that saved my daughter from God knows what. Because when she was walking through them, it had nothing to do with politics, but what she had around her neck was a red and white scarf. It just happened to be red and white because my daughter is not political in any way whatsoever. But because she listens to her mother, she knew exactly how to behave when she came upon these people. And the scarf seemed to rattle a few of them. And my daughter said to me, I'm trying to be careful because I don't want to say her name. My daughter said to me when she got back home that she'll never forget how just the sight of those patriot guys stood by the train station in Reading helped her and made her move quicker and faster and just keep her head down and keep going, even though she was being jostled and pushed and everything else. She just kept going till she got to them. And they looked after her when she got there. I mean, come on, what more? As a mother, what more could I ask for? What more could I ask for? And I'm going to have to be honest, and I will be honest. The people who I'm talking about were supporters of a certain man, who couldn't get to London, but they thought they'd do something in Reading. So they were supporters of him, and yeah, they helped my daughter. So what I witnessed, what my daughter witnessed, not good. Not good. The policing was fucking diabolical. I wouldn't trust the police in this country for a second. And they should hang their heads in shame. They really should. Because I don't know when it became illegal to fly the Union Jack, the St. George's flag, or the Welsh flag, the dragon, or the thistle for Scotland. What the fuck? When did that become illegal? And when did police start crying and getting aggravated and angry because they're told they're not English anymore? What's that about? They're not English anymore because they don't act as though they're English. They stand for nothing. They don't even stand for the law of this land. No. So yeah, that's my little commentary over. I'm going to have a cup of coffee and then I'm going to bed. But the scenes of what I saw today will never leave me. And I suppose what my daughter saw will never leave her. Other people I know around the country had no problems whatsoever. It all seems to be in the south for some strange reason. Further north you go, the further north you go. I mean, I can imagine some, them trying to do it in Sunderland or the city of Durham. Yeah, good luck to them. Yeah, you'll be all right because you're protected by the police. But if you're waving a Union Jack or, like I keep saying, the Scottish flag, St George's flag, or the Welsh flag, fucking forget it. You will get hit on the head, you will get punched, and not by protesters, by the fucking police.